Welcome to part 41 of Let's Play Knights of the Old Republic. God, we ran kind of long just talking to HK. And chatting as well, but, you know, just having fun with the game, and just... I don't... Uh-huh. The Upari crystal, I'm gonna put that... I only had one of those. Oh, cool. It's a bronze saber. I don't mind the color, actually. I'll just do it with no emitter. And no emitter with that either. I just need to get more of these sabers. Yeah, I'm sad that I lost influence with HK, but I think that's just kind of a natural consequence. I probably didn't need to insult his assassination capabilities, but getting influence with him is just really hard when you're playing a light-sided path.
Have you come with questions?
I want you to teach me the ways more about the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you? Very well. Sit with me. You have brushed the surface thoughts of another. It is a start. Calm yourself. This time, silence your own thoughts. Keep them still. Imagine the waters of the Room of 1,000 Fountains, each stream suddenly falling silent and still. Imagine the ice of Telos, cold and smooth as it gathers upon the plateau. Now, stretch out. Feel the ship around you. Strip away the metal and see the souls and minds of those that fill its corridors with more thoughts and dreams and worries than can fill the space of this ship.
As my feet walk from the ashes of KOTOR, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and...
If I up the Dubana gas levels in the carbine, that would be enough to punch a hole even in triple durasteel. And we'll need weapons like that if the Republic discovers the camp on Duxon.
How could the Jedi leave the Republic? Was it because of the Civil War? Is it possible that they...
This place is so quiet. Nothing like Nar Shaddaa. I don't even know why I'm here. Wonder how much the bounty on the Jedi is now. Don't understand how that Jedi keeps in shape like she does. She's barely changed from the holorecords. She just seems to be naturally beautiful.
Switch the face of the +1 -1 card. The totals are 9-10. Switch the face of the +2 -2 card. The total is 8-11. Switch.
Your command echoes still, General, and I obey, as I did at Malachor.
As my feet walk from the ashes of KOTOR,
Switch the face of the +1
I shall
-1
not
card.
fear,
The totals are 9-10.
for in fear
Switch the face of the +2
Your command
-2
echoes
card.
still,
The
General,
total is 8
and I obey,
Switch.
as I did at Malachor.
Sound in the background, what is
Not
it?
now. Focus on my voice.
Malachor.
Now do you hear me? Truly hear me?
I hear you. This is incredible.
You have taken the first steps on a much longer road, exile.
What about the droids?
The droids cannot be read in such a way. As for the alien who served with you in the war, its thoughts are more difficult, requiring many translations in meaning. Often it is better to read their impulses and images than their spoken thoughts. As for the alien who served with you in the war, Its thoughts are more difficult, requiring many translations in meaning. Often it is better to read their impulses and images than their spoken thoughts. That is why he is deaf to you. I have found his impulses are cold, like a dead weight. His thoughts are black.
But I did hear something from him.
Indeed. It is strange that I did not.
There's also something wrong with Atten's thoughts.
Of course there was. It is because Atten was not playing Pazak, yet he counts cards in his head. At times, he will list off engine sequencers, memorize the hyperspace routes on the other side of the galaxy, count the ticking in the power couplings, even though they are fixed. At other times, he will imagine certain base lusts, certain indignities. It may be Atten is far cleverer than he feigns to be. Or perhaps he is simply a fool.
Alright, I'll go see him to see how his Pazak game is coming. Nice. He's already told us what he does.
Something up?
And why do you play Pazak in your head?
Passes the time. It's better than listing off engine sequencers, memorizing hyperspace routes, or counting ticks in the power couplings.
But you do all those things.
Why do I play Pazak? Alright, I'll show you.
Look, I don't have the credits.
We're not playing for credits. We're playing for something else. Are you gonna play or not?
Alright, let's play.
Good match. Now, what are you thinking about right now?
I'm just trying to compute the totals to 20.
Right. And that's why I play Pazak in my head. Because if you don't, you've left the door open. And anyone could walk right in.
And before I felt your mind with Kraya's help, I'm sorry.
Of course you did. You see, Jedi, light or dark, do it. More often than you'd think. But I never heard one say they were sorry before. That's a new house rule. No, I play Pazak in my head. But while I'm doing that, it's a lot harder for someone to walk in.
Can you teach it to me?
No. I can only teach you to play Pazak. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Then I want to learn to play Pazak.
Good. Now you understand. Alright, I'll deal then. If you're ever fighting someone who has the power over your mind, whether light or dark, play Pazak. Start listing hyperspace routes, recite engine sequencers, and when they try to use their powers on you, suddenly it's not as easy as they thought. Because you'll be right here with me, playing Pazak, where they can't reach you.
Nice. There's a lot of dialogue perks in this game.
Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead and ask.
Alright, nothing there. Anything from you?
Yes, is something wrong?
What you doing?
At times, I meditate. Simply close my eyes and listen. It is quite calming. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins.
Can you teach me?
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
You recover force points and a one-time bonus to your FP through meditation. Communicate with the disciple at any time if no enemies are nearby.
I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins.
Alright.
Yes, General?
Yeah, literally nothing else to do with him after you make him a Jedi. Yeah, we can talk with Kreia some more.
Yes? Have you come with questions? Very well. The Jedi practice many forms, many styles of lightsaber combat. It is good to know them, but not to rely on them. You may have already felt the Shicho, the simplest of the forms, return to you as your skill and perceptions have returned. Others may come with time, with experience. Very. Ah, I had wondered if... But your powers are strong indeed. There are places in the galaxy, strong in the Force, light, dark. They are born in places teeming with life, and in places that are filled with death. Worlds whose surfaces are graveyards, whose screams echo through the Force. It is possible for war, for men to give birth to such places, to leave wounds on the galaxy itself. What you heard was the echo of the past, and it travels still.
It's familiar, but it's like it's inside
The
me
answer will
somewhere.
come to you in time. It must. When there is nothing more that you may learn from me, when the ruins of your past have been cleared away and I am no more, then you shall know what it is. And if you do not, then the galaxy shall die, and all my hopes for you will have been for nothing. Ask. He, if he can truly be called a man any longer, is one of the Dark Lords that pursues you. I do not think he knows what you are. Not yet. He spared the Miraluka, and that may have been the last shred of feeling that exists within him. Keep his slave close to you. I suspect there was a reason he spared her, and perhaps a reason that she survived when the rest of her people and the Jedi did not.
Alright.
One cannot have power of that magnitude that her master possesses and still think and perceive the universe as we do, as most of us do. I had hoped that you would not have to confront him, but her presence here has changed all that. You will have to meet him in battle. You must be prepared to sacrifice the Blinded One. Perhaps her death will buy you the time you need to deal with her master.
Never do
Entertain what
such a
illusions you
thing.
will. I am too tired to argue them with you. Ask. Ignorance. And perhaps they do not remember or care. It is of no consequence to me or to them.
Awareness, you're lying.
Am I? Then perhaps you should know. There are techniques in the Force where one can cloud the memory of others, make their presence so small as to be unnoticed. And on the worlds where we have encountered these Jedi, there is much life and death where sensing such things is difficult. As I said, it is of no consequence to me or to them.
Did you use that technique on me?
No, but if I did, you would never know. So my words only carry as much worth as you believe them to. But perhaps you will understand this, that perhaps it is important to me that you see me and my actions uncloaked. It is important that your judgments, whether be good or bad, stem from seeing me as I truly am.
I accept that.
I did not ask you to trust me, only that you listen to what I have to tell you. But thank you. Ask. Yes. Very. When I spoke of sight before, there is a similar handicap that tends to occur among those strong in the Force. They neglect their skills. Some believe they no longer need them. The greatest wielders of the Force are those that maintain some grounding to the more physical realities of the universe. Some wielders of the Force have mastered piloting, others the ability to fix and repair and build, from simple moisture vaporators to more complex machines such as droids and vehicles. One's ability to understand the human body and its ailments, for example, can make your powers within the Force more complete, more powerful, when you attempt to repair the cellular damage of another. And others have mastered the more subtle work of politics, persuasion. Do not doubt that a galaxy may be conquered with words, a republic overthrown, and an empire made. When such skills are
Palpatine.
honed, one's abilities with the Force become that much stronger. My warning to you is this. Do not rely on your companions to compensate for your weaknesses in skill. There will be times they will not be there to help you when needed. What skill would you say is your greatest strength?
Healing others.
And what skill would you say is your greatest weakness?
Repairing machines.
Then my task before you is this. Take your greatest weakness, devote effort to it, strengthen it, and I will show you how it shall strengthen your power in the Force.
Very well, I will take that.
As you learn and train and test yourself against the galaxy, all your skills have a chance to improve and grow as well. When you devote some of that training to your weakest skill, you will know.
Alright. And we gain whatever influence we lost back. Okay. Yeah, Krea's influence is complicated. We can't go back. Hold on, let me... Undrawn revisit trigger. Okay. Well, that sucks. We have to move on. We have to come back. It's going to be done last, effectively. I did not realize that was going to happen. Nice.
We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
It seems quiet. Just the wind. But deep beneath the surface, you can feel the pain of what took place here. There is great power in this place. for those who can hear its call.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient and more recently departed Sith contain many teachings believed lost. The most likely place to find our lost Jedi is the ruins of the old academy.
What happened here?
It was said that Revan intended to return to Korriban to subdue any potential Sith insurgents, but Revan disappeared. It took a year or two for the Republic to send a force here to deal with any Sith that may have remained. They found Korriban much as we have, barren and lifeless. It was assumed that the remnants of the Sith turned on each other, vying for what little power remained. The Republic found evidence that several Sith lords escaped Korriban, fleeing to remote sections of the galaxy. As lifeless as it seems, the dark side is very strong here. The Sith Lords would not ignore such a powerful place. There is much that can be learned, even here. If you walk Korriban's surface, you shall walk it without me.
Why won't you come?
I cannot. This place is strong with the dark side. It is difficult to center myself here. Korriban holds few secrets from me, but much that you should learn. Perhaps not. But I would caution you to guard your feelings carefully here. Korriban attacks the spirit and the body, and there have been few who can fight its power.
Alright.
I will remain here and meditate. Our link remains. I shall contact you and provide guidance when needed. The Academy is on the other side of this valley. Be careful. Dark energy fills these ruins, and even the fallen Sith live still.
Alright. I'm gonna take the Disciple and Atten, I guess. Why not, right?
The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient Sith Lords. Each tomb was once infused with the history and heritage of the old Sith Empire, containing great mysteries and powerful relics of the Force. However, even the many traps could not long hold back the curious, the fools, and the weak. And so these tombs fell, spilling their secrets into the hands of those unable to comprehend or preserve them.
Great narration. And I'm not being facetious when I say that either. It really is. It kind of captures what happened perfectly. Okay. 2, 3, bam. Feats. What we got? I suppose we can build up some melee. Oh, 2 powers. Yay! We'll add Death Field, actually. Attributes. Of course, we got that extra point when our powers were uneven. Skill with a Z. Oh, and you have a ton of levels, don't you? Okay, powers. All the powers. Attributes. Probably give him some more strength. Feats. We need to make him into something. Feats. We'll bring up dueling more, death field. And that's it for him. What does that do? What was the mask doing? Yeah, it's only giving 2, so it's not even that significant of a difference. There we go. Big time ducks.
The broken corpses before you are all that remain of the Sith on Korriban. I doubt there is much to be gained from looting these bodies. It would be best to leave them be. Fool! You've disturbed the spirits of this place, and they have sent their guardians. Hissis are semi-intelligent beasts, corrupted and strengthened by prolonged exposure to the dark side. As creatures of the Force, they have a limited ability to mask their presence. Hissis are drawn to suffering and carnage. They must have fed on all the corpses left over from the war here on Korriban. The angry phantoms of the Sith, too weak to influence the sentient, have taken these Hissis as thralls to their will.
You have left me an opening! You have left me an opening! Everyone, on their guard!
Okay. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Let's settle this.
So, Krea's warning, not meaningless, but still, I'm not gonna not loot. Like, come on. What a ridiculous, like, thing.
This was the tomb of Tulak Hord, known as the greatest lightsaber duelist of the Sith Lords.
Tell me more.
His skill was considered remarkable even in his time, when many true lightsaber masters lived.
Saying modern Jedi are poorly skilled with lightsaber?
If you were to face an ancient Sith Lord in combat, you would learn that we are as children playing with toys compared to the prowess of the old masters.
What made him so good?
That is unknown, but supposedly he created a holocron to teach his technique to other Sith. The holocron would have been laid to rest in his tomb. Unfortunately, Tulak Horde's tomb was among the first penetrated by the grave robbers of the new Sith Order. If the holocron has survived, I doubt anyone living would know its location.
Yeah, can't go.
Ahead lies the tomb of Naga Sadow, successor to Marka Ragnos, and the Sith Lord responsible for nearly conquering the Republic in the Great Hyperspace War a millennia ago. More recently, this tomb was where Revan confronted Uthar Vin, the leader of the Sith Academy. When Revan left Korriban, the Sith Academy was thrown into turmoil. With their leader gone, many fought for the right to rule. And so, the Sith here turned on each other, resulting in the carnage you can see covering the surface of this valley.
Loot, 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 loot. I'm gonna loot. Look that one already.
This way leads to the tomb of Ajanta Paul, a fierce Sith Lord. According to legend, the blade proved more fearsome than the Master, leading to his demise.
Tell me more.
Ajanta's dark specter lived on through the centuries until Revan entered the Sith Lord's tomb in search of the blade. Revan calmed the angry ghost of Ajanta Paul and showed him the path back to the light.
Sound like you disapprove.
One who has fallen so far and done so much evil does not deserve redemption. In a way, such a turning from one's nature is cowardly, a betrayal of the self. Perhaps, but redemption is a form of spiritual collapse, a fall few recover from.
What became of the blade?
Unknown. Some have suggested that the blade led to Revan's demise, as it did Ajanta Paul. That is only speculation, however. Where Revan wanders now is knowledge that only Revan holds.
Time to take you down to size. Everyone down.
I've eaten them all out of existence. Is that all the bodies now? I think it is.
Before you is the tomb of the great Sith Lord, Marka Ragnos, a half-breed who possessed tremendous strength, both physically and in the Force. Ragnos held power for over a century, using his cunning to turn his enemies against each other. His death left a great vacuum of power. We're standing close to the spot where Naga Sadow first confronted Ludo Kresh to vie for domination of the Sith. Their struggle nearly resulted in a civil war that would have torn the Sith apart before they ever threatened the Republic. Yes, it is the way of the Sith. They must continually test their strength against each other, even if it means destroying themselves.
So what happened?
As fate would have it, a pair of hyperspace explorers from Sinagar landed on Korriban. Naga Sadow manipulated the Sith into believing they were a sign of impending Republic invasion. This fear resonated with many Sith who were discontent with the lack of expansion of the Sith Empire during the reign of Marka Ragnos. Thus, Naga Sadow became Ragnos' successor.
Good old Sith history.
Here, you can just barely see the Sith archaeologists' efforts to uncover relics of the ancients. The new Sith Order sought to progress quickly by finding objects of power. I can only imagine what was lost forever due to the carelessness of these excavators. Now the excavation has been almost completely undone by 5 years of wind and sand. So does Korriban protect its secrets.
Mortality belt.
Give me an opening! You have left me an opening! More where that came from! You have left me an opening! This battle is joined!
Yeah. It's not actually that good.
What's that stench?
The valley we just came from was full of dark energy, but this cave is darker still.
There is great power and dark energy within this cave. I would advise you to finish your explorations within the Academy before venturing into the cave.
You can...
Alright. Lone Wolf Uno. Yeah, sure. Just not necessarily when they're talking. Oh, that didn't work.
Everyone, on the guard!
That was
Where that
a
came
bit.
from! You have left me an opening!
Let's pop it in, have some bits. Thank you. Very appreciated.
Looks like somebody left the doors of the academy wide open. I have a bad feeling about this.
These Takada were once trained to serve the Sith here.
You can expect more than these beasts within the academy. Be prepared.
Be prepared for anything. Yeah, that's like $10 of bits. That's very generous. I am very humbled.